Okay, so this video is about how to get published. So it's kind of important to do great work. It's important to do original work, work with influential people, uh, work with people who get often published. You need to submit to many publications. You can offer incentive to publish your work versus someone else. Have a great location for the publication. So if you have a great background, is important. Have a great talent involved. That's also helpful. Be on time. And when you start your content, for example, if you're doing the calendars in December, you might not be ready with them in May, and have proven following. So if you have following, people want to get your publication. Thank you. Cut. Rolling. Acanelli, rolling. Okay, so let's talk about the cash revenue in fashion, how to make money in fashion. So if a model likes the images by a photographer and she may hire him or her for her wedding, for example, engagement or birthday. So photographers can do some extra money if they do fashion events. And even if you saw the princess who married the prince in Britain, she hired the fashion photographer rather than the wedding photographer for her wedding, because she knew who he is and liked his work. So photographers can do some extra fashion events and TFP shoots in hopes that those will turn images and convert into commercial gigs. As photographer often targets a real estate agent and brokers to photograph them on TFP base, it could be premiered so they can hire them for the real estate gigs. And I know quite a few photographers. For example, my friend Udor, he makes a tremendous amount of income relatively to his income from the real estate, and it comes and he's still fashion photographer, so fashion helps him to get his real estate gigs. Makeup and hair stylists may come to a fashion show and do hair and makeup for models and on the premises, and the model might like what the work is done, and they hire them for the wedding and or other event makeup. That is why to produce, I try to produce many bridal and fashion gowns so that I can get into those fashion gigs and pay gigs. Models have a chance to earn some cash from paying gigs when they kind of have a good portfolio and need to create some more good looks. So until photographers build a reputation, they have to pay models to pose for them. Once they build their reputation and shoot with many models, only beginner photographers will pay the models to film, and professional guys can get great models for free to film. So it's kind of important to have a good portfolio and a budget to pay models who are strapped for cash. Otherwise, those good photographers can always find models who be willing to film with them on TFP base. Fashion show producers could be paid by the venue, like hotels like Skyroom, for example, to produce shows to entertain their guests. Otherwise, it could be funded by sponsors and self-funded. Sponsors have few interests. They may care for the write-off on their taxes or fund what they like to film and do, and also who they like to work with. Sponsors usually care for conversion rate for the exposure of event, how many units of the product it can sold, and how many additional orders they can get for their services. Sponsors might want to impress a particular goal or client, a potential investor, so they would want to be a part of. Great sponsors are liquor firms and large corporations like Coke, who have budgets for branding. Government organizations like City of New York and nonprofits are great to be approached also for fashion events because they have money to spend. That's not their personal money, and they can easily be kind of verify what the money been spent for, and it's a great way of spending public money. Thank you. Cut.